Hey everyone, RJ here. Welcome back to the channel, and today I'm going to give my 1 week in-depth first impressions here of the Google Pixel 6 Pro. So I've had the Google Pixel 6 Pro since sometime late last week, and since I unboxed it, I have been using it as a daily pretty much, testing the cameras out a little bit, the call quality, the reception, just how the phone works in general. So today I'm just going to give you my, not really a review, but just a detailed first impressions on what I think of it so far. Okay, now first thing I want to do is that if you do find this video helpful and informative at all, hit that like button and leave a comment down below, as it helps my channel and it helps get this video out there, because I know that dislikes are going to be coming, because one, Team Pixel sent me this phone, and because it's just a Pixel in general, and you can expect a lot of negativity from people that don't even own the phone right now. So hit that like button, comment, and subscribe if you're new around here. I sure would appreciate it. And also want to give a big shout out to Team Pixel and Google for sending this out for reviewing for y'all. So let's go ahead and get in with this phone. Now this here is the cloudy white, and it looks really good. I got several cases coming that I've ordered, some generic cases right now, but yeah, maybe some more down the road, but right now just some generic cases. And of course I got this case here, which is very, very good, and I have been using this case on the phone since I've got it. Now looking at just the outside of the phone here, I love the glossy look here. Of course it has Gorilla Glass on the front and back. I believe it's Gorilla Glass Victus, and so yeah, good stuff going on in there. This camera bar right here, I absolutely have grown to love, to be honest with you. I think it looks really nice. Now on the right side here, of course, is your volume and your power buttons there. On top you got your 5G strip here with your microphone. On the left over here is where you put your SIM card. Now this is a single SIM only, but you can use an eSIM if you so choose. And on the bottom, of course, is your USB Type-C, which is 30-watt fast charging, your speaker and your microphone there. And of course your big 6.71-inch display, which looks really good. Okay, I mean, I've not had any issues with this display. It looks really crisp, it looks very clear, and honestly the phone runs super good. Okay, I got it set at 120 hertz. It's a quad HD display, and man, this display is just so vibrant, so clear. I love the way this thing is rounded off. It feels very good in the hand, feels very good to hold when you're on the phone and stuff like that. But this phone has performed very well since I have used it. But the first thing that I want to get into is dealing with something that's not really hit on anymore, and that's call quality. Okay, now of course you got your dollar down here, and yeah, a little button here to bring up your dollar. Now call quality, I have been using this here on the T-Mobile network, and the call quality has been really good. Okay, it's been clear, not any kind of robotic sounds, no static, no humming, nothing like that. The call quality has been pretty solid on this phone. Okay, so what are some of the bands here for this phone as far as reception goes? I live in an area where T-Mobile is pretty much dead, and I'm currently on Wi-Fi calling at the moment, just because. But this phone here, as soon as I turn off Wi-Fi, it instantly connects to LTE. Now it's a weak LTE, but most phones that I have can't connect at all. So there's something right there. That's kind of how I know how good or how bad reception on a phone actually is. But yeah, some of the LTE bands. Now as far as 5G goes, I don't know much about 5G and the bands right now. I just don't know, so I apologize for that. But some of the 4G LTE bands are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 12, 13, 14, 17, 18, 19, 20, 25, 26, 28, 29, 30, 32, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 46, 48, 66, and 71. So pretty much every LTE band you can imagine, and it's got a whole long list here of also of 5G bands. I won't list all that off just for time's sake. So if you're curious about call quality and reception, no issues here on the Pixel 6 Pro. Now, secondly, I want to look here at the Geekbench 5 scores. Now, Geekbench scores don't really matter a whole lot. They're just a benchmark to show these scores, but these really do not indicate how the phone's going to act on a day-to-day basis. But you can see right there, running 1043 single core and 2866 on multi-core. If you compare that with some other phones, you see the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra 5G coming in at 924 on an average, and multi-core is 2866, which the S21 Ultra is 3085. So very close, pretty much on par with the S21 Ultra with the 888 with the same amount of RAM that you see here in the Pixel 6 Pro. So what are my thoughts on performance of this phone? And all I can say is fantastic. Okay, this thing runs super smooth, is super fast, got that Google Tensor chip with 12 gigabytes of RAM, and this thing does not slow down, it does not bog down. This thing is quick, it's fast, and I mean, you can sit here and just scroll up and down here, and you can't see it here on the display, but this 120 hertz display is just fantastic. All right, I mean, it is super smooth, super buttery, and I really like it. And believe it or not, I got a software update the other day, or yesterday I think it was. It's got November 5th security patch already, and it ain't even November yet. So that's what's up, you know what I'm saying? So now one thing that I want to clear up right now is, yes, this phone does get 5 years of security updates. Now that's just security updates. You only get 3 years of actual OS updates. So this phone came out with Android 12, so you'll get Android 13, 14, and 15 before you start receiving OS updates on the Pixel 6 and 6 Pro. So you will get 3 years of those, but you will get 5 years of those security updates. So kind of want to clear that up there in case anybody was wondering about the update situation here on the Pixel 6 and 6 Pro. So yeah, let's go into the settings here for a moment. Now, this is on Android 12, of course, and I mean, I've not had any issue. I mean, there's really not a whole lot else different here going on. The battery, you know, I have tested the battery out. I will give my opinions on that here in a little bit. But as far as the connected devices here, got the Pixel Buds A series going on in there. But you got your Bluetooth, NFC, casting, printing, Chromebook, driving mode, Android Auto, nearby share. Typical stuff that you see on a lot of phones already. This one does have 120 gigabytes of storage. However, they do go up to 512 gig. So that's what's going on. And you can see right there, I've only used 26 gigs. That's including the system, the apps, the games, and all that stuff going on there. So plenty of storage, you know, no SD card slot, of course. This is IP68 dust and water resistance. I want to go and throw that out there before I forget. So yeah, it's IP68 water and dust resistant. Now here in the sound, basic stuff here. Got your phone ringtone, your live caption. You're now playing where it'll identify songs playing nearby. And you have your typical stuff that you see on all phones there as well. Now, display, of course, you got your brightness level, lock screen, adaptive brightness, screen timeout, dark mode, and font size and colors, adaptive, and of course your smooth display goes from 60 up to 120 hertz, and all that kind of stuff, increased touch sensitivity, and all that kind of good stuff going on there. So, just basic stuff going on here, and I will show you right here that it is running on November 5th security patch. And there you have it. Android version 12, Android security update, November 5th, 2021. So, yeah, a lot of good stuff going on there. Now, the under-display fingerprint scanner, I've heard some stuff about it, you know, maybe some issues with it. Now, since I've had it, I've not had any issues with it. I touch it, it comes right on. I've not really had many issues where it does not come on. You get a little vibrate, and then another little vibrate whenever it actually opens up. But no issues here that I have seen. Now, I hate this humongous clock. Now, this is not a Pixel thing. This is just Android 12 with that big, ugly clock right there that you can't change. I hate that with a passion. I wish that you was able to customize that to your liking, but it's there and whatever. So, yeah, let's go into a little bit of gaming here. Let's go into Asphalt 9. Interested to see how this phone here works on Asphalt 9. So I'll get it loaded up, and I'll come right back. Okay, so we're set up here on Asphalt 9. Now, if you swipe up from the bottom here, you'll see this little game icon here. Got it set to performance mode, which is maximizes frame rates, do not disturb. Just shows your frames per second. Also, you can push that for screenshot shortcut, and recording shortcut is available as well. You can also stream your gameplay on YouTube Live and all that kind of cool stuff going on in there. So yeah, let's go ahead here and jump right into this game, and we'll see how it does on the max settings here on the Pixel 6 Pro. Got the volume kind of down a little bit, just to kind of I got to hear that loud noise or whatever, but let's just play a game through here. Man, this is smooth. And I ain't seeing no issues. I'm not seeing no frame drops. I'm not seeing no problem whatsoever right now. Google did such a good job with this phone. Just crazy. But you can see the gameplay there. I mean, it's just, yeah. So wow, there you go. I mean, just wide open. Everything is good to roll. You can see just how smooth everything is. Yeah, no issues whatsoever. So after that little gaming test there, you know, being on the max everything, it is warm. Okay, this phone is hot. It's pretty warm, pretty toasty back here. Not really sure it's going to be an issue with longer gameplay. Just in that one round there of gameplay, the phone did get pretty steamy. So not really sure if any of y'all who owns this phone was having that kind of an issue or not. But yeah, I can definitely tell it here on this one. So yeah, anyway, kind of thought I'd throw that out there, let y'all know about that. Now, this phone does have stereo speakers, and I got a lot of phones, alright? And I got a lot of phones with stereo speakers. But, and up till now, the S21 Ultra, the Pixel 4 XL, has been, honestly, the best speakers I've heard until Pixel 6 Pro. These speakers sound amazing. You got your little receiver up top. You also have your speaker down there at the bottom. And instead of having like a 70-30 sound, where most are looking at the bottom and a little bit out the top, this is a 50-50 sound, all right? And you get all of your highs and mids up here, and all of your deeps are down here, down low. And whenever you got it sitting like this, you're watching YouTube, Netflix, whatever the case may be, the sound on this thing, it can handle full sound. I mean, clear as a bell. Very, very powerful speakers here on the Pixel 6 Pro. So if that's something that you do like, is loud stereo speakers, this is pretty beefy. All right, no issues with that. So before I wrap things up, let's take just a quick look here into the camera. Now I do got a few pictures that I'll throw in here in just a moment. Now I won't have any music playing in the background when I show you those, just because everything seems to be copyrighted nowadays, and so therefore I just soon to be silent. All right, so apologize for that. That's just the way it goes. So anyway, this is a really good camera. Okay, the Pixels, you know, have always been great, but where they have really improved is in the video department of the Pixel 6 and 6 Pro. Now, I will have some video later on. I have no video of that right now, but yeah, I will have some of that later on. But anyway, here you've got your night sight, of course. You got your motion shot there, action pan, and long exposure. You can also do your 0.7, your 0.2, or your 2 times, and your 4 times zoom, you know, right there in that motion there as well. Of course, got your portrait. Got your portrait mode right there for 1x, and of course your 2 times. And of course, just your camera settings there. Let's just go ahead and bring the drop down. You'll see the more light right now got turned off. You got automatic light and your flash, top shot on or off, automatic timer. You can go from 4:3 to 16:9, whatever you so choose. Here in the more settings, you can save location, go into your camera sounds, Google Lens suggestions. You can instantly share right there your gestures, which I always have the shutter for the volume button over here. So if you want to, hold your phone more like a camera or whatever without blocking the rear cameras, you can just press the shutter button and you're good to go on that. Frequent faces on or off, device storage. You have storage saver here. It will optimize everything, and you can free up space by doing that. Now this has no SD card, like I said, so you gotta, rely on other things to save your stuff. Advanced, show dirty lens warning. You got RAW plus JPEG control. Store videos efficiently there. Social media depth features. Enable time lapse. Wow. Okay, now this is cool. Enable time lapse for astrophotography. Export a photo and time lapse uses more storage space. Of course, can't talk today. And a timer light flashes the back camera light during the timer countdown. So pretty awesome stuff there. But able to enable time lapse for astrophotography. I can't talk today. Oh my goodness. Anyway, be able to do that is pretty friggin' awesome if you ask me. So gotta try that out for sure. And I got framing hints and stuff like that. Full resolution. You can also go down for less storage if you so choose, but why would you? Video stabilization, audio zoom. Now, if you zoom in on a subject, it boosts sound and reduces background noise. So really good stuff going on there. Now, up there you see that little green dot. That's the thing, just showing you that it's using the camera. All right. Now, here at video, got your slow motion, normal, and time lapse. And this button over here goes for your standards. Bring it in a little bit. Standard for light movement, lock for far away, active for heavy movement, and cinematic pan for smooth panning shots that have speed muted. So yeah, let's go ahead there and bring this down. Now you can record at full HD, at 4K, at 30 or 60 frames per second. The settings are pretty much the same as I showed you a while ago, so I won't go through all that again. Got your 0.7, you have your 2 times, and got your 4 times for that. And of course, your modes here is your panorama, photosphere, and your lens. So, but here are just a couple of pictures that I took. Take a look and let me know what you think. So there are a couple simple photos. I have more pictures and videos down the road, so of course, be sure to stay tuned to that. Also, check the links down below. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter because I do post various stuff on there from different phones from time to time. So be sure to follow me on there. Links down below in the description. Now, a couple of things that popped in my head as I was sitting here just now that I want to hit on before I end the video, and that is battery life. Now, this has a 5,000 milliamp hour battery. It also has 30 watt fast charging, I do believe. It has wireless charging and I think reverse wireless charging as well. So pretty cool stuff there. Now, so far the battery has not been the greatest experience for me at this moment. Now, my main carrier is visible. But right now, I have my T-Mobile SIM card in the phone. And as I've told y'all before, T-Mobile is very weak in my area. So I'm constantly running Wi-Fi calling on the Pixel 6 Pro, or it's struggling to get LTE. Now that can greatly, of course, decline your battery and or drain your battery a lot faster than if you're on a good network, not using Wi-Fi calling, if it ain't, struggling to get reception. So that's one thing, about the battery. I will do, of course, my battery drain test. If you've seen my other videos, you know what I mean by that. If not, check a few videos out. from the past, and you'll see those somewhere in the videos. I will be putting my visible SIM card in here very soon. So yeah, the battery is decent. I can get through a full day, even though it's always pulling for reception. It's always on Wi-Fi calling and stuff like that. Still get through a full day of pretty good usage with no issues. So I'm really anxious to see how good it's going to be when I actually don't have to fight for reception. You know what I'm saying? Or fight for service. So yeah, I mean, this phone has been fantastic so far. I've not had any issues with it. It's not any glitches, any problems. It's just been a great phone and a great experience so far. Now, if you would like to see some speed test comparisons, now I know speed test comparisons are not scientific, as they're just kind of fun to do sometimes. So if you would like to see, like a speed test comparison with the Pixel 4 XL, from a couple years ago, let me know. If you want to see, for some reason, you want to see a comparison between the Pixel 6 Pro and the Pixel 5, let me know. And, of course, the Pixel 6 Pro and the Samsung Galaxy S21 Ultra. Let me know what comparisons or speed test comparisons you would like to see in the coming up, videos, because I do want to, run it against some other phones just to see. Just opening apps really does not determine if the phone's faster or slower or whatever. It just shows which one can get to the app faster. You know what I'm saying? So, not scientific at all. It's just fun to do just to see, where we came from and how far we've come. So, let me know down below in the comment section what you like to see there. I sure would appreciate it. But yeah, I mean, $599 for the Pixel 6. You ain't going to find a flagship phone for $599 right now. It ain't going to happen. Now, that's for the Pixel 6. Pixel 6 Pro starts at, I think, $899, I want to say. So, yeah, I mean, it's a great phone. The battery's a little but more testing is needed for that. So, anyway, if it's helpful informative anyway, hit that like button. If you're new around here, consider subscribing. I apologize it was so long. I want to keep this video as short as possible, but when I get rambling and get talking, it's just, it's over. So, anyway, y'all have a good one, and thanks for watching.